So, daily knockout tournaments. We loved them back in the past. They got rid of them. And now they're back. They're not back in the same sense you think. There's not actually a tab for them. However, they are back to an extent. And here's why. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why are we in objectives? Why are we looking at a silver card? Objectives play a very, very big role in how this supposed DKT actually works. So, DKTs this year work in tandem between objectives and foot friendlies. So foot friendlies, as we know, they're a non-competitive game mode, and they brought it out last year to play with your friends, play against your friends, and make it uncompetitive. But no one cared for foot friendlies because there was nothing on the line. However, this year they've made a limited time event for, so far it's been each week. In saying that though, if they continue to release one each week, then this is very, very big for this game. And this is why. So, this Vidra card, it's a silver from the Prem, but in order to get this card, you need to win 2 matches in foot friendlies in the Silver Lounge, which is literally just a game mode where you have to use a silver squad, a full silver squad. It doesn't require any specific nations, etc, etc. It's just a silver squad. So, this team can cost you, if you're wanting to spend money, you can spend 10-15k on a good team, and you need to win 2 games, score 5 goals, and get 4 assists in these 2 games. If you compare that to a DKT requires you to win 4 games in a row, and you'd get a specific player or a specific reward from it. With these objectives, it doesn't matter how many games and how many attempts you have, you can get this card regardless, which is why I believe it is a much more viable option than DKT. This Vidra has an incredible card, and I'll take you through his card right now. Okay, so now here we have Vidra in comparison to Richarlison. Richarlison's a super meta player this year and has made it into tons of starter teams, whether it's a Brazilian team or a Prem team. This dude fits in so many different teams. However, this Vidra, yes, he's in an obscure nation. However, he's still in the Prem, so he still is a viable option for a lot of teams. And if we compare their stats, personally for me, if you completely disregard the fact that he's a silver card, right? In my opinion, he's got a better card. Because we go into pace. Acceleration means more than pace this year. Vidra has 88 in comparison to Richarlison's 79. Sprint speed, less. Shooting stats across the board, Vidra is better in pretty much everything. 2 finishing can be made up with for a chem star. His passing stats. Passing, they're pretty much on level terms. Short passing, long passing, curve. He's got better curve, which means finesse shots are more likely to go in. Dribbling. Dribbling's a very, very big factor. In saying that, Vidra still beats him. 85 agility, 78 balance. They're the main 2 that matter this year. Reactions equal to. Ball control better, dribbling worse, and composure worse. So on the whole, they might level themselves out, but for me, Vidra has the more important dribbling stats. Defending wise doesn't matter for a striker, and physicality to me isn't that big of a deal. However, 90 jumping in comparison to 83, 72 stamina, so that's the one problem I have with this card. However, he still runs for 90% of the game. Like, you can get a full game out of him if you really wanted to. Strength, Richarlison, aggression, Richarlison. So physicality, Richarlison kind of blows Vidra out of the water. But in terms of every other stat, for me, Vidra's actually the better player. So if you disregard the fact that he is a silver card and you put a chem style on him, he can do the same role, if not more, than what Richarlison can do. In my opinion anyway. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're looking at 15 to 20k for Richarlison, and Vidra is essentially free. So for someone wanting a full first owner team, this Vidra card might come in super clutch if new objectives come out that require only first owner players. So take your pick, but for me, this Vidra card definitely holds a place in a lot of people's teams if they come to the realization of how easy this is to obtain. Okay, so this is the Silver Lounge screen in Foot Friendlies Online. The requirements are on the right hand side here. Player quality exactly silver. So you can rock any silver team you want. It could cost you 15k, it could cost you 50k for all we know. But in saying that, everybody verse in this game mode will have a similar team to yours because it is a silver requirement. So in saying that, this kind of pushes out the pay to win aspect. So in order to get this Vidra, you need to play 2 games with exactly silver players, which is incredible when you consider the fact that it doesn't matter how many games you play. It doesn't matter how many attempts you have. You just really need to win 2 games and score a bunch of goals and get a bunch of assists. That's it. This game mode doesn't take away fitness, doesn't take away contracts because it's a friendly. This game mode has everything you need for objective, because these objectives can change week in, week out. So say next week we have a 1 to watch objective where you can get a James Rodriguez, and that objective requires you to win 4 games, get 10 goals with Colombians and 5 assists. And the requirements are you have to use a full Colombian squad, exactly goal. There are only so many players people can pick from, so everybody's going to be rocking the same team. And it just gives people an opportunity to try different players. This new system is very much in order to bring the casuals, all the people that have been pushed away from the game, bring all of them back, give them something to play for. These objectives don't have to be for everybody. However, with these new objectives, it makes different plays more obtainable and brings such a diverse range of content to the untradeable scene for a lot of people. For me personally, I prefer to have first owner players in my teams, and when I have say a first owner James Rodriguez, I'm more inclined to use him because I know I can't sell him, so I want to use him. And say an objectives comes out that requires you have to use a 1 to watch, or you have to use a full first owner squad, for example. This Vidra card, for example, will come in clutch if the requirement is first owner Prem players. He's first owner. Anything you get from these objectives will be first owner. So it just creates such an interesting point for objectives this year. So they can make the likes of James Rodriguez an objective. They can make the likes of, I don't know, Vidra an objective because everybody can obtain him. It brings just, it's such a step in the right direction. I don't really know what to say. But yeah, I'll take you back to the objective screen very quickly. And this is why I believe this method of DKT is much more viable than the one we had in previous FIFAs. Now, the reason why I believe this is so similar to DKT's is not only the fact are these players super obtainable in such a short time frame, these players that you get or rewards that you get packs as well if you are willing to play a couple more games. So you could play 2 games to get this Vidra, but you can play an extra 5 games in squad battles to obtain a 55k pack. Now, a 55k pack, if you consider the 2 games you play for Vidra, you can get a 55k pack for playing 7 games. That's it. All you need to do is play 7 games to potentially get a 55k pack and a couple 75 plus rated players. That's incredible value, and the cost of time in this year's game is very big. So with objectives previously, like milestones last year, no one did the Palatano and all that sort of jazz because it just took too much time and the reward wasn't there. The time factor, 7 games for a 55k pack is great. I absolutely love that. And the fact that they are able to do this, so you can obtain such a card like Vidra and use this card to then obtain a reward, it's great. Like, for the future, they can do this with so many different cards. So for example, as we were saying, James Rodriguez, they create this James Rodriguez card for an objective, and then if you are willing to use this James Rodriguez card further, you are able to obtain a pack. So it gets people using different players consistently, and not all these players are always going to be silver. Sometimes they might be a 1 to watch card. When team of the season comes around, it might be a team of the season card. You never know. But it keeps everyone on their toes, keeps people away from the competitive scene. Like, not everybody wants to play against sweats all day, every day. This is a very good opportunity to bring the casuals back into the game, because with these objectives, it doesn't require much time at all, and you get rewards back. Like, it's rewarding to play fun FIFA. Like, they might have these objectives in Mystery Ball, like have a limited time event in Mystery Ball, and if you score 25 goals in that game, you get a specific card that you can then use in squad battles, and you get a pack from it. Like, what more do you want? Like, it's a bit of fun. It brings the fun back to FIFA, which is something FIFA has been lacking for so long. So that is why I'm super excited to see what they do with these objectives in the near future in cohesion with the FUT friendlies. I think FUT friendlies can play a very big role this year. As long as they don't stuff it up like they did with milestones last year, they can do this properly and bring out new stuff each week, keep the game fresh, and bring out usable players but not too OP players. If they can bring out good players with good rewards, it's going to be great for the game. There's not much more to say. It's essentially a DKT, but more chill, because you don't have to win 4 in a row. You get unlimited attempts. So that's just my personal opinion on this. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, all my links will be down below. Feel free to chuck us a like, follow, or subscribe if you are new here. But yeah, fingers crossed they do something right. Fingers crossed, that's all we can hope for.